one of those rickshaw, brum brum.
Brum, I'm in my mum's car, brum brum.
I was just thinking about it randomly this morning as I was getting ready. It was like random acts of kindness.
And no word of a lie, like halfway up, she started snoring. So I was like,
Hi guys, so coming to you from my little mini dressing room because there's no reason, the lighting's alright and ugly. Today is fast number, I don't know what fast it is. I've literally lost my mind at this point. So Marcus and I actually just went shopping, so we've just I don't know how to sit, stand, kneel. Am I being knighted? We just went to Tesco, so we just picked up some things. We've invited my sister around Fifth Hour today and her mistakes. I like to refer to them, I'm kidding. My niece and nephews. Marcus cooked some food for us all. I'm not necessarily being hungry because I'm not, but I have just been parched. Like I've been so parched it is beyond belief, and I've not felt that this Ramadan. So right now it's like the first time it's sort of hitting me and I'm like, oh, but yeah, but I'm not craving water. The one thing I'm craving is like cranberry juice. And shut up rocks if you can sit there and be like, have you got a water infection? No, I've not got a water infection, I was like, cranberry juice, is that alright? I am just craving like a cold glass of cranberry juice, like loads of ice in it. So that's basically all I'm looking forward to. And I just thought before obviously everyone gets here, I'd just tidy. Story of my life, but I'm going to tidy up a little bit. There's not much to do because I've literally been doing it all week, so just give it a quick hoover and stuff. Someone who's asking what hoover we got, it's a Vax one and it's the pet Vax hoover, and that's all I can tell you because I've chucked the box with it, so I have no idea what hoover it is. But yeah, that's the one that we got and it is bloody brilliant. I think even if I didn't have pets and I knew how good a pet hoover was, I would get it, simply because my sister's got a Dyson and we were borrowing that, which was such a pain every week. If you look at my previous vlogs, you'll know the history with it. But no, so we were borrowing that and I thought, oh my gosh, Dyson's amazing. It's like getting rid of all of the hair and stuff of the cats. But honestly, this hoover, like I did a patch that I'd done with the Dyson before and I swear like it just sucked like everything out so well. So even if you don't have pets, maybe it's just good like getting a pet hoover, because I feel like it's got like more to it in regards to getting all the crap out of your carpet, your upholstery, your curtains. Like I've been going crazy. My neighbours are probably sick of hearing us hoover, to be fair. Every night I've been like hoover, hoover, hoover. But I've got way too much energy for someone who's fasting. Marcus and I have decided actually that we are going to start reading the Quran together, because Marcus obviously doesn't know the Arabic for the Quran. What we decided is that we'll have it on and sort of read as we go along, and just so Marcus start to get a feel for it, and then obviously we'll have to start with the basics. So inshallah this is probably the best time to sort of start with that. It's not really Ramadan, you don't really get the feeling of it until you start like praying as well. I know you should pray all the time anyway, which inshallah many of us will be able to carry on even after Ramadan. And even if you've only started praying Ramadan, okay, we're all guilty of it. Sometimes I am so on it for namaz and like waking up for Fajr and everything, then sometimes I just like dip low, but do not let that put you off. Just carry on doing it, just pick yourself back up, because if you saw the quote on my last video at the ending, I think it's beautiful. It says, if God didn't want to accept your dua, he wouldn't have led you to making it. And I think that's so true and probably so helpful for so many people out there who have probably given up and thought, well, there's no point of me doing it now. Yes, there is. Don't be ashamed of, oh well, I fell off it, or it's been forever. It's just never too late. And I want everyone to like encourage each other and stuff as well, give tips on how to keep on top of it. And I know there's always tips on how you can read the Quran in Ramadan, like finish it off. Personally for me that's unrealistic because of how slow I read. I can't explain to you how painfully slow I read. I remember being at mosque and every girl would be like, and I'd be like, oh my god, how do you read so fast? And I could never do it. I tried so hard and I could never do it. It took me so many years to finish the Quran. It's such a drawn out process. It took me that long, and I always used to feel bad for it, like, oh, you know what, I'm so behind on everyone, I'm so slow. But you shouldn't. As long as you're doing it, there's nothing else that matters. And even till this day, even if I've practiced, I'm still very slow. But you know, it's patience. I'm sure you'll get some sort of reward for your patience in persevering and getting through it. I'm going to crack on and then I'll see you guys in a bit where I'm hopefully doing something a bit more exciting. So, see ya. No, I'm going to bow out. See, Marcus gets me confused because he says see ya, and see ya isn't until the end of the vlog, and bow out is for the intervals. So really I'm just going to have to kill him at this point, but bow out.
كلما رددت يا رب العباد وانتشت روحي وصارت.
So it's the next day. We're actually going out to eat with my family today. I'm gonna go out for like a family meal to open our iftar tonight. The reason I wanted to come on here was basically just to say that I think it'd be nice in these vlogs, topic talks, just as like a little segment in the vlogs. So I kind of wanted like your suggestions on what topics to talk about. Obviously, preferably like Ramadan related, obviously keeping relevant to the vlogs. Like I don't want to start talking about like hair and stuff when it's not relevant to the vlogs that I'm doing right now, if that makes sense. I mean, I kind of wanted to kick this off with like the first topic. I was just thinking about it randomly this morning as I was getting ready. It was like random acts of kindness, and just to sort of spread that positive like message in some way, because basically there's been a couple of times where I've done random acts of kindness, or strangers have done random acts of kindness, and they always just stay with you. And I think sometimes people just need a reminder that it doesn't cost you to be kind sometimes. So I'll just give you like a couple of examples, but also I'm not saying this to be like, oh, boastful, oh look at me, I'm such a good person, or I did this or I did that, because I definitely also know if you shout about your good deeds, they don't count, and that you shouldn't feel any sort of special way about them, because that should just be part of your nature. And that's what I try to encourage as much as I can, just to be like a kind person in general. But actually, I'll tell you something that someone did for me once, which sort of stuck with me. This one, I didn't have a car, and I used to work in town, and it was late at night. I'd finished like, I did weird shift, and I'd finished work, and I'd gone to the bus stop. It was probably about 11 o'clock at night, and it was raining, and I was stood waiting for the bus, and the bus times had slowed down, so I'd probably been waiting for like almost an hour. Finally get on the bus, and literally give the bus driver like £10 or £5, I can't remember what it was, but you know how much of a heart attack they have. And he's like, no. And I was like, what? Let me get on the bus, I need to get on this bus to get home. No, I've got no change to give you. And I said, well, why don't you take the money, and as you go along, if people give you change, you can give me that. And he's like, no. And I was like, but it's raining and it's dark and it's town, so there's lots of weirdos out at night, please just let me get on this bus. And he was like, no. Getting ready to turn around and get off the bus, this lovely old man, bless him, he got up and he was just like, what's her fare? And just like paid my bus fare. And I know to a lot of people are like, oh, bus fare's not a lot anyway, but that's besides the point. It's just the fact that he saved me, you know, being in the dark, cold, alone at night, having to wait for the next bus, or trying to get change somewhere, because obviously everywhere was shut, so I couldn't get change. And that just stuck with me forever. And I went to him, I was like, that is so kind, thank you so much. Can I have your details? I'll transfer you the money or something. He's like, no, one day I know you'll do the same for someone else. Or ring Kieran and tell her we're going to meet her. I'm just being inspirational right now, you see, so. Okay guys, there's actually a story that I wanted to tell you as well, but I can't remember what it is, and we need to go like head out anyway. So we'll continue this talk in a bit. That is what you call teamwork in this marriage. Marcus has just taken a different route to drive so that the sun is behind me, so I can vlog and it's not in my face. It's just the small things, I think, in life anyway. It costs nothing to have manners. It's just, you never know what's going to help someone, just little random acts of kindness. I'm trying to portray this in a way of like, and I've said this in the vlog already, but it's not to show off, be like, oh look at what I've done, look what people have done for me. It's just to say, little things matter, do you know what I mean? Just help, just be kind. You said just
before you started filming this that I'm going to show off.
Shut up, Marcus. Basically, in Rocks, after college, we were in the park. You know what I mean? It just started raining so much. It was I'm pretty sure it was like thunder and lightning. It was torrential. So we were just waiting under this little hut to wait for the rain to die down and stuff. And I saw this woman walking, and then as she was walking, we just like heard this baby screaming. So this woman's like taking this baby through like torrential rain, and it was just screaming its head off. And obviously she didn't have like anything with her. I had an umbrella, and I just thought I would probably be able to recover from a cold a lot better than a child would. So I literally just ran up to her and I was like, here, take my umbrella. So like she took that, and I'm not saying that's like life-changing, it's not, but it was just always, if you can help someone else, just do it. There's something else, a story actually, from another time that I helped this older woman. but I don't want to tell that one just because it's a little bit close to my heart, and you don't forget certain experiences.
Same with people that are negative towards you. If someone's hateful or negative towards you, I like thoroughly believe in killing with kindness. And if you guys did used to follow me on Twitter, no matter how much I might have posted dawah and posted like positive comments that people wanted to see, there would always be people that were unhappy. There were always people that had hateful comments to throw. And for me, I used to just, if someone had something bad to say, I just respond with like, have a blessed day, have a good day.
I can't be that person, I'm sorry. Sometimes I try to like be a nice person and control myself, but sometimes when someone says too much, I do bite back. But because I think that's a different type of kindness, isn't it? So I get what you're saying, and I hope one day I can be that person.
I'm not
but
saying
right now I'm like,
is me being kind. I'm just saying like, don't let someone else's negativity bring you down. And especially make you stoop down to their level, whereas you're throwing hateful comments back, because it's so easy if somebody says something that you don't like to go back and forth, whether that's in day-to-day life, whether it's online, you could go back and forth. But if you do come back with like a kind response to their negative words, firstly you'll eat them up because they wanted to get a reaction out of you, and secondly you've not stooped down to their level. You've remained positive and you've kept your character.
Just sort of leading off what Marcus was saying there as well, sometimes it's so easy, like if you wake up and you're in a bad mood, to be in a bad mood with everyone. And I try so hard not to do that. I just remind myself that I don't know what someone else is going through right now, because it could be as little as me being in a bad mood and someone asks me something and I just give them like a bit of an RC answer, and you don't know, that could tip someone over the edge. Maybe they've had like so much crap thrown at them throughout the day or throughout the past week, and you know, your little comment could just be like the last straw sort of thing. So if you're angry, just try and keep that to yourself, because obviously in Islam it does say like anger is a sign of shaitan as well. So just try to remember God. And one thing that I consistently try to do is when I'm angry is actually pray and just read something. Then I just have a look and see what dua I can read, just obviously get shaitan away from me, because I know that's what's making me angry. And
Fun
just
fact.
sort of control your like emotions.
You know, when you get angry or when you get anxious, a part of your brain shuts down. That part of your brain is called the neocortex. And when you get angry, you basically see red, and it's like tunnel vision. And the neocortex that shuts down is the part of the brain that makes you see sense. So essentially, when you get angry, you become tunnel vision, because that part of your brain shuts down and you can no longer see sense. You're literally on that tunnel vision of whatever's made you angry, and nothing's going to stop you angry until that's been resolved, or you've got whatever you needed to get out of your system.
Really?
It's called an amygdala hijack, and everybody's different with how long it can take them to get out of it. It can take you 5 minutes to get out of it, it can take you 5 days to get out of it. But we're all the same in that respect.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna take you one of those rickshaw, brum brum.
Brum, I'm in my mum's car, brum brum.
Oh, can I ask Sky? Look at Marcus. Did you actually ask them? So basically, these guys think it's a joke. Rosa's about to open, and we've just gone from one restaurant to another now, because they can't make their minds up.
We can never make our minds up. Is it even an Asian outing if you don't like debate about 17 different places?
But the best part is they sat down, the kids ate the kajur, right, and then we just got up and left. That is really bad.
That's open fast or something, isn't it?
Birthday, me, Hala Kiran, Mama Marcus, as Alina, and Hala Lina decided to buy you a present. So we all know how, like, you know, how good you are, you concentrate on your work at school and everything. So we bought you a crate of avocados. Avocados? Yeah, because we know you like them.
And it helps your brain function better as well, so you'll do better at school.
Oh, happy birthday, you happy? We'll get them dropped off your house tomorrow, okay? What do you say?
Rhea, we got you a laptop.
Really? Yeah, we've ordered it, it's not come yet.
So it'll come next week.
You're okay.
Happier?
Watch.
This is what it's like being out with Irsa.
Oh, my rice is coming.
Myra. Where's your food? Just open the mouth. Where's your food?
It's in the mouth.
Wave, kids.
Look, this girl just tagged me. Well guys, sorry if the footage is crap, but the plan was to get home and to finish the vlog, and we've just got a massive piece of metal shoved in our tyre. So we've broke down.
Right, so me and Irsa both set separate alarms because we're really bad at waking up at suhoor. She woke up initially because her alarm's just before mine, and she actually pulled a duvet off herself, so I was like, alright sweet, she's waking up, so she'll make food. And then mine went off, I went back to sleep, mine went off, and we were both asleep again, no food. Sounds about right, doesn't it? So I thought, right, she's not waking up, I'll go down, I'll make some food, just cereal. So I made some crunchy nut and I brought it back upstairs. So I woke her up and she was like, oh, crunchy nut. So I was like, yeah, here's your crunchy nut. And then like she sat up to like grab it off me, and no word of a lie, like halfway up, she started snoring. So I was like, how's that even possible? So I know she's again, wake up, take your crunchy nut. So she took a crunchy nut, moved her pillows up because we were eating it in bed so she could sit against the headboard. She got a crunchy nut, back asleep again, snoring. A crunchy nut milk nearly spilling all over the bed because she had it slanted. The girl was in her own world. She then sat there and started eating it. I started eating mine. I looked to my right, milk all over her chin, like dribbling down. So I wiped it off her, and then she goes and wipes it all off like a tramp.
This is just your word, you know, because there's like no proof this actually happened.
Like a proper tramp. No, you did it. You definitely did it. Like a tramp. And then I left you to it. You carried on eating. You finished. You give me the bowl or whatever. And then I'd finished mine. Oh, we tried to sleep on the headboard. So you'd finished, and then she tried to sleep sat up because she couldn't be bothered. She didn't realise what she didn't realise what she was doing.
So I started snoring again apparently.
But then I moved her back down. I sorted the pillows out and stuff and put her back to sleep. And then when I went to go back to sleep, all I heard was, "Oh, you need to change the cat litter." So I was like, "What?" I can smell it. I was like, at this time, I was like, it's nowhere near this room. It's like all the way in the sunroom, innit? And then back to sleep she went, and that was it. And I swear to God, she woke up in the morning, and I was lazy. I just left the bowls on the floor, and she was like, "Crunchy nut. Like, when did we have crunchy nut?" I was like, "You had it last night," and she didn't even remember. Like, she fully woke up, had some cereal at suhoor. That was it.
But yeah, that's only Marcus's word for that event. But we don't know what happened. We're just gonna go with it and be like, yeah, Marcus, of course I like fell asleep sort of sitting halfway up. Bow out because of the fact that we're gonna be sat here now waiting for the breakdown recovery truck. So we're gonna say see ya and see ya on the next one, and let me know what you want to talk about on the next one. Alright, see ya.